guys, welcome to Behind the Business podcast, fully sponsored and produced by Lahore Studios in collaboration with Queen Wood. I'm your beautiful host today, and I'm going to be telling you about our podcast is to encourage upcoming entrepreneurs and also highlight the struggles and benefits of existing entrepreneurs. So today we have a special guest. His name is Larry Chuchu. He's the CEO of First Class Citizen. So he's going to be telling us about his struggles. He's going to tell us about how he started the business and everything you need to know about running a business in Nigeria. So hi.
Hi.
How you doing? I'm glad to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
You're looking good, by the way.
So is you.
Okay, so tell us about yourself.
Yeah, I am Larry Chuchu, a Nigerian entrepreneur. I am just an ambitious goal-driven individual, and who knows what he wants and will not stop until he, gets what he wants. That's basically that. I fear God. I mean well for people. That's just about who I am.
Okay, so tell us about your business.
Okay, so we currently run a garment factory that operates several brands. First Class Citizen is top on that list. First Class Citizen, which is what a lot of people are aware of, that does branded uniforms, staff uniforms for corporate organizations,
Like?
etc. All sort of companies, hotels, all as long as you have staff that you brand what they wear, and then promotional clothing that political parties use,
like
workwears,
APC,
PDP, etc.
Okay.
Workwears, coveralls for factories, etc. So everything garments that is to be branded, for corporate organizations. That's what First Class Citizen do. And I dare say that we are actually Nigeria's number one.
I think
right
I've seen.
now.
I think I've seen that. That's beautiful.
But I think that's basically because from the onset we branded ourselves as a company that does uniforms, branded uniforms for companies, right? As against tailoring companies that make clothes generally. And so companies approach them and say, do uniforms for us, or as against branding agencies. And companies approach and say, brand uniforms for us. But we branded ourselves as specialists for branded promotional staff uniforms, etc., all kinds of uniforms and branded uniforms.
I would like to know when you started this business. How long has it been?
Okay, so I left 9 to 5 2011. I was at the bank. Yeah, I was a banker, unfulfilled banker. So I left 2011 to start. Funny enough, I actually started making shoes.
Shoes?
Yes. The original intent when I left 9 to 5 was to do what we now call First Class Citizen, like this company. Then I saw opportunity with the shoe, so I started with shoes and then eventually progressed into clothing. Started a fashion label proper.
What was it called?
The fashion label, Larry Chuchu.
Larry Chuchu.
Started a fashion label proper, which is still running concurrently with the First Class Citizen, right?
Yeah.
So and then eventually we now started the First Class Citizen. That was 2014. We started First Class Citizen.
So that's about 9 years?
Yes, about 9 years. First Class Citizen, 9 years. And Larry Chuchu is over since 2011. That's about 13 years.
Yeah. Can you just tell us the struggles, since you started the business? Because, everyone wants to know, what are the struggles? How do you face the struggles?
Okay, first of all, you're in Nigeria. That's struggle. Like default.
Number one struggle.
Default, you're in Nigeria, that's struggle.
How.
Yeah, because, the climate in this part of the world is not easy just by itself. Light issue, road, stuff, economic issues.
Yeah.
And then not a lot of people have purchasing power in this part of the world, right? So the people that have purchasing power, we have a lot of competition that are struggling over them, right? So so that's first struggle for a lot of businesses and entrepreneurs, because whatever you're selling, whatever product, service, not a lot of people have purchasing power to buy.
Yeah.
People often say that Nigeria is a lot of population, so the market is big. Yes, undeniably. But then inside that population, not a lot of people have purchasing power. So you make shoes, for instance, and then you put the price tag on it. How many people would be able to afford your shoes in your area? They may not be very plenty, but there are plenty of people there that are seeing your shoes. So I think the markets the value of the market, your market audience is a challenge already.
Yeah.
You don't have it, because the economy is a poor economy, right? We just have the people economy, the people. But then another struggle is, which I'm sure every entrepreneur, struggles with in this part of the world, financing, basically, right? More especially at the initial stage. I mean, I struggle with that a lot. At some point, I thought that money was what was holding me from moving forward. I needed to buy machines, I needed to rent the space, etc. So that's, but at the end of the day, I think what people miss out, is when you start learning that it is what or the value you put out there that attracts that money. And what you do can actually raise that finance for you. As against looking for finance to put into it. You can actually sell and raise the finance by what you do. Either your
How do you sell? How do you get the product?
Okay, I mean, whatever product, like in our case,
you still need the money
you
to
need
get
the money, but then
materials and stuff before selling and making more money. So the initial stage, you still need money.
Okay, funny enough, like in my own personal journey, right? So things seemed like they were going good. From that, I said I started 2011, with the clothing company, Larry Chuchu, and then 2014 we started the First Class Citizen.ng. It was always, it was the regular struggle up until 19, 20. I haven't ventured into other things as well,
businesses.
Yeah. But then 2020, COVID hits. So
see, there's something about this COVID, like all our, previous guests, they always talk about this COVID period.
With COVID. COVID hits everybody. Right. But then some particular industries suffered the most. Fashion is one of them.
Right.
Fashion is one of them. And now here's the thing.
And why is that?
Well, because COVID was a period that your survival was above
your fashion needs.
Yes, your lifestyle. Your survival was above your lifestyle. So nobody
cared about your
lifestyle. Yeah. So that was so all those lifestyle-based businesses suffered a lot, like events businesses, all those lifestyle businesses. So and funny enough, we didn't really focus so much on the First Class Citizen business. We focused on the lifestyle business, which is Larry Chuchu, the clothing line. So it was COVID that informed, that's First Class Citizen, that made us focus on First Class Citizen, because I thought, okay, people are not calling us to make clothes, because they're not going for any events. But then the companies will still need uniforms. That's why B2B businesses, business to business businesses, if you do it well, it's always a winner, right? Yes, in Nigeria, because like I said from in the beginning, markets, your markets, the market audience, people that have to buy your stuff, right? Not a lot of people have the purchasing power, as in end users, end consumers. But if you are dealing with businesses, like if what you have to offer is for businesses, companies, a lot of times you would most likely thrive if all things being equal. So 2020, I'm still trying to answer your finance question, right? So 2020, so I asked myself, okay, people are not ordering clothes, but then I have samples for the uniforms. I think there was a sample that we did for Chevron, for a unit in Chevron. And I thought, okay, why don't you put this up on the page again? It was on the page before, but put it up on the page again. Do a proper shoot on it.
I promise you, I just started noticing your brand like 2021.
Yes, about 2021, so it was 2020. I said, why don't put it up on the page again, but do a proper shoot on it. Just declare sales or something, and see how it goes. And that's how, from one ad to another ad to another ad. And, since that 2020 up until now, we've not stopped running ads. So because I think a lot of entrepreneurs need to consider digital marketing. So the way you move around, like if Admiralty Way, for instance, and you see billboards around, that's the way your sponsored ads or whatever you do on social media. That's the way it is.
I see so many, entrepreneurs, they don't run ads and they expect to get customers. I'm like, how do you want to get customers?
No, you should run ads. You should run ads. So you can have the most fantastic products. But if people are not aware of it, you probably be thinking it's one village person that is doing you that. No. But people just have to be aware of what you are selling.
Right.
People just have to be aware of what you're selling. So we just basically self-finance. We're still every now and then we want to scale. So not like we no longer need finance, right? I mean, for every level, you need finance for every level. But then my story is just we self-finance and got to the point where we are just by selling what we have to offer.
Right.
And when you sell, you put it back, you try to get more audience, try to create awareness, and then push it forward like that. So basically, that's it.
I want to ask you, what's your take on new businesses taking loans?
I don't subscribe to new businesses taking loans.
I think you need to tell them.
I don't subscribe to new. So, but guess what I subscribe to? I can subscribe to an old entrepreneur taking loans for a new business, but not to a new entrepreneur taking business loan. A new entrepreneur does not have any.
So how did they start the business? Family and friends?
Yes, family and friends. Use your social network friends. Start with, like, if people around you don't believe in what you're selling, how can, like I would often say, if you have, for the first time, you have a product to sell, or you have, a service, whatever that you want to launch out with, right? If you just have one person in your circle, friends or family, that say yes to, that like it, that there's a possibility that you're going to have, tons and thousands and even millions of people scattered all around the world that are like just that one person. Because the human ecosystem, we have a lot of similarities. Yeah. You just said you commented on the shirt I was wearing. Yeah, you liked my shirt.
Very nice.
Now that tells me that there are many people like you.
Like me, yeah.
So it may not be, this person may not like my shirt, the other guy may not like my shirt, but you said you like my shirt. So you see the way the world works, right? We are all scattered all around.
Right.
Someone that is similar to you can be somewhere in Sokoto. So what your marketing does, right, is to reach out to all those corners where they are and pull them together. So when you go to Nike platform, Nike Instagram page, for instance, or Twitter, whatever, you see millions of followers, right?
Yeah.
Good. Now those millions of followers are scattered all around. So not like if you walk into a room and see 10 people and ask them, do you guys like Nike? You're probably going to see maybe one person or two person that will say, yeah, I like Nike. And then maybe the 8 people wouldn't like Nike. But then if you multiply those twos all around the corners, you will discover you will still pull in millions. That's the way it works. So when you start a new product, you start whatever it is you want to start, and you get just one person around you that likes it, that tells you first that you have a product.
Right.
Or you have a service. That tells you first. And so your job, your responsibility, before you even start looking for finance, is to find a way to just start looking for more of that one person like that, that likes that your product, So I don't think it's about, going to look for loans as a starter in entrepreneurship.
Yeah, I think that
sell yourself first. Sell yourself to your family members, to your friends.
But do you know, I think people always say this thing that families and friends, when you're starting a business, they won't support you. They will just be like, So the people that are outside, like strangers, will definitely support you. So you should focus your energy on those strangers instead of your family and friends. Because obviously, even if they're going to support you, it's not because they really like the product. They're supporting because, let me just support. So how do they get those strangers to patronize them at first?
Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
Your family and friends are not necessarily not supporting you.
Okay.
Now, if you remember, I said something like if you walk into a room, and you ask them, and you saw top 10 people, and you ask them, how many of you like what I'm wearing? Maybe only one person will say they like what you're wearing, right? It's the same thing with your family. So now you have your family, that's your family members who are made up of maybe like 10 or 15 people, for instance. They probably don't need what you're selling right now. If they do, they probably don't like this particular one you're selling right now. If they do like this particular one you're selling right now, they probably don't have the money
to patronize.
Yes, for this particular one right now. So you are limiting the world of your audience to that small number. So that's one person that supports you from your family, for instance, and you think the others did not support you. No, you are limiting your marketing world to just that little number. So it's not that your family and friends are not supporting you. It's that you are limiting your marketing world, your market audience to just that little number. So you need to go out there. So it's not like strangers just want to help you and then families don't know. I don't
you don't buy
that. I don't buy
because
that.
I hear
learned
that
later in my life though. I learned that later that look, forget about friends and family that are not patronizing you. Just focus on your product and get as much people to be aware of that product.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's not so much about family. Like I said, that family member may not need it at that moment. Or if he needs it, may not have the money.
But they should just support regardless. I mean, just buy because I'm starting a business. Don't you think so?
Okay, I have a phone. I have a phone. I use a phone, and then you said you just started phone business. Tell me, I have a phone.
Then buy for someone else.
No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You know, so what your sole responsibility is to go out there to look for people that don't have a phone or they want to upgrade their phones or whatever. I'm content with my phone. And it may be that most of us in that your family member now also have phones and they don't need phones at that time. Don't necessarily mean when
but
you
they
now
can
say,
refer.
Yeah, of course. When you now say family is not supporting, is when I need a phone. You sell phone. I'm your brother. But I went elsewhere to find a phone. And then you say that they did not support you and stuff like that.
What's your take on collaboration?
So I think...
And I want to know, have you actually collaborated with any particular...
Yes, I have. I have been a partner before. Like 2013, I partnered with a company, a factory, right? I put a hold on mine.
Wow.
You know, I remember I said I started 2011.
Yeah.
And then so 2013, I found this big company somewhere on the mainland, right? So I put a hold on mine to partner with them. So I took the title, or they gave me the title creative director.
Okay.
Right? So I was to employ the tailors. I was to be on top of the activities generally, both creatively and operational. Right? But the partnership did not go well, which I'm going to talk about. You know, partnerships are something that a lot of Nigerians don't do too well. Partnership. They struggle with partnerships. And I think, you know, I may give one or two reasons why. So first of all, I believe in partnerships so much, and I'm always open to partnerships anytime, any day. Why? Because I think when a vision, right, or a project involves more than one person, there's a likelihood it's going to be way bigger than when it's just one person.
Right.
Same thing with entrepreneurs that are going low. For instance, that are riding low in the sense that you start the business and you don't want to involve people to be, like you don't want to employ people because you think it's going to raise costs. Trust me, by the time you get people into that vision, automatically what you're doing, you are making it way when people start attaching their own visions to your vision, you've created a larger room. Unlike when you were just operating small. Now back to partnerships. Okay. 1 second. Partnership, I think that's the lack of partnerships. We don't do it a lot in Nigeria, and that's what is holding a lot of us back. So you see a guy starts a fashion label, or starts a makeup studio, or starts a digital studio, whatever, and he's riding on his own, right? And he rather stay like that because he wants to control full ownership of the place than go and meet this guy who does not have who has what he does not have, and so that they can collaborate. Right? So this person has the know-how. This person has some of the money. He doesn't even need to have, some people think that you need, okay, even if I want to partner with you, I have the know-how, you should have all the money business. It doesn't always have to be like that. If the guy has some of the money, but you know that you don't have the money at all, why don't you collaborate and own 50% or 40% or 30%, whatever the case, depending on the partnership, whatever, and own that of that percentage of something that is bigger, other than 100% of pawpaw. Right? A lot of entrepreneurs or so-called
they rather have 100% of nothing.
100% of pawpaw.
What's pawpaw?
The fruits, pawpaw. It's almost a useless fruit, right? So they're owning.
Don't let them hear this.
Well, whatever. But they're owning 100% of almost nothing.
Nothing.
But when they can collaborate with one or two or three or four people and do something bigger, right? So I think Nigerians are not doing partnerships enough at all.
I think we're just scared.
Then secondly, we don't really have a very integrity culture. We don't have honesty culture. We don't run a transparent culture a lot. Yeah. So you start a business and then you're looking to get bigger. So you need partners. And then I come in. But there are some things you just don't want to open up about. You are of course we are going to have frictions already because there are some things you're not opening up about in that's your craft. You just think all you just want is for me to just bring money and come. But it doesn't always work that way. And it's because of lack of integrity, because you're hiding, you're still hiding something. You don't want to know how, maybe it's the margin. Maybe ordinarily the margin, maybe you have a product, right? The margin, the cost is 1,000 naira and you sell for 3,000 naira, right? Or the real cost is 500 naira, but then you're pushing 1,000 naira forward. So now, me as a partner that wants to come in, because I am a partner, or I'm supposed to be a partner, and for us to operate well, and for the company to operate well, it's important I know every detail so that I can give my best possible input, right? So, but you hold on to that. So that's one thing Nigerians struggle with, that integrity culture. We don't have it here. Honesty culture. We like to hold on to things because we like to take advantage of the other person. That's another problem, with Nigeria. So partnerships don't thrive a lot in Nigeria. But
and also unaligned vision, like two different people not having the same vision, but they want to just try.
That one is a universal problem. If you go to America, go to Europe, every now and then people have, even the partnerships you hear that are successful, they have that problem. So yeah,
so it's possible to
you just have to find a way to synchronize your vision, integrate your visions together, and stuff like that. So, but Nigerians really need to look into it. Less of yourself. Don't always insist on your name and your ownership. It doesn't matter. See, I'd rather bring a partner into First Class Citizen, for instance, and I see that that partnership is going to take First Class Citizen to 10x, going to 10x First Class Citizen, right? And reduce my ownership, for instance, to let's say 40%. I don't care, because at the end of the day, there's something called leveraging in business.
Yeah,
a lot of entrepreneurs, it's a skill that is so basic, but a lot of entrepreneurs
don't have it.
Like, you don't have to have everything. If you understand the art of leveraging, you leverage what you have. So if I go into a partnership on First Class Citizen, for instance, but then that partnership will make my ownership drop to 40%. But then I can leverage the size that partnership will bring for First Class Citizen to do other things and get successful at other things.
I think the truth is that most entrepreneurs or upcoming entrepreneurs, they're not really aware of this. I remember when I started my Quest business, somebody said, "Oh, I would like to be a partner." And I was like, no, because I was scared. Like, this person said it's going to take like 40% of and this is my own vision.
What were they bringing into?
Like, I wasn't even ready to have that conversation with that person. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you have to like train these entrepreneurs to
have open mind,
to be open-minded.
I can tell you, 70% of our struggles in Nigeria, right, in enterprise in Nigeria, is because of lack of partnerships.
And knowledge too.
Alone. You are doing stuff alone. You are doing stuff alone.
Just putting all the burden on your shoulder.
Of our factory, right? The head of our factory left his business and came to join us to be head of our factory. He's running a business. He's an entrepreneur on his own. A matured man with family left his business and came to join the vision. First of all, it's our own responsibility to make it worthwhile for him. But then, what am I saying? The guy saw that it could be bigger if he came to us to join the vision than if he kept on operating on that small level that is. And so you have a lot of artisans, for instance, and artisans make the mistake of calling themselves entrepreneurs. That's two different things. Okay. You're an artisan, you know how to create stuff, you know how to create chair, you know how to create bag. That doesn't make you an entrepreneur.
So what makes you an entrepreneur?
What makes you an entrepreneur is the ability to pull stuff together and make things happen. That's entrepreneurship. You pull stuff together, you put people together, pull resources together. You have the vision. You know how to interpret vision. You know how to catch a vision, interpret it, and make it happen. That's entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is not, I am working for myself. It's a mistake another, people do also. They are more driven by
you will see somebody selling on WhatsApp. Will be saying, I'm a business, I'm a CEO. Everybody's CEO.
A lot of them don't know the meaning of CEO. They are more driven by I'm my own boss than vision. So entrepreneurship is, you come to Lekki. Lekki has terrible road issues, like flood issues. How can we solve that problem?
So entrepreneurs are
flooding. I want to end flooding. So they come up with a solution and collaborate with the Lagos State government, for instance, that helps the landscape of Lagos. That's visionary entrepreneurship. So now, entrepreneurs are driven by solutions to problems. That's entrepreneurship. And then they have the ability to now bring people together. Say, come, let's do this together. or bring resources together, or raise funds, sell themselves, sell the vision. That's entrepreneurship. So artisans would rather continue to struggle at a certain level than say, okay, you know what? I know how to do this thing. But an artisan that has entrepreneurship in him will say, you know what? Let me be the hand of this business, but let somebody else come and run this business. Be the brain or financier or something. And so I'd rather go and join hands with Queen Esther so that we can do this thing. But no, he likes that he's working for himself.
Yeah.
And then he likes the little 50, 70,000 naira he's getting here and there, and he wants to stay at that point.
Okay, so we're gonna have a quick game. So it's called This or That. I'm gonna ask you a question, and you're just gonna choose. Right? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
As fast as possible.
As fast as possible.
Okay, so Instagram or Twitter?
Instagram.
Luxury brand or affordable brand?
Well, what is the purpose of this luxury brand?
Nigerian brand or foreign?
Nigerian brand.
Simple or flamboyant?
Can I be in between?
Nope. Choose one.
I'm more of a simple guy.
So, but yeah, look at what you're wearing, though. This is simple.
This is not really flamboyant.
Okay.
This is just style.
Okay. Naira or pounds?
Pounds.
Ah.
I mean, pounds now, but I mean, it's clear now.
It's clear that what?
Like, 1 naira is like what?
Okay. Twitter or Thread?
Thread. They gave me more followers, so.
Really? Are you still like active there?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I don't even know if I have that page again. Makeup or without makeup?
Without makeup.
For the girls?
Of course, for the girls.
Okay.
Without makeup.
Okay, short or long hair? I already know the answer.
Long hair. I love long hair.
For your own?
Oh, for my own?
Yes, now.
I'm bored. Are you putting me on the spot now? Why are you doing this to me? So I don't have a choice for even short or long, but I'm bored.
So this is how you are naturally...
Yeah, I'm bored.
So your hair cannot grow now?
I used to have punk, but I'm bored. And thank you so much for highlighting
but you look so cute.
and showing the world.
But you look so cute anyways.
Thank you.
So the last one, but not the least, is...
Why is my mind telling me that this is last one?
Okay. Davido or Wizkid? You didn't allow me to land.
Yeah, because I'm a fan of Wizkid's talents.
Talents?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of their personalities. It's not about their personality, their talents.
So you're trying to say you don't like Davido's talents?
I've enjoyed more of Wizkid's songs than I have of Davido's song. But I've enjoyed some of Davido's song. In terms of personality, I think I like Davido's personality. Is
okay, let me ask one more question. Dangote or Femi? Otedola? Dangote, call me.
Efo for me.
Why?
Efo. I like
because it's more accessible, or what?
I don't think any of them is even accessible.
Right.
Yeah. I like Otedola. I think the both of them had good foundation. Right. So it's a very good comparison. The both of them had good foundation from the start. If one of them had started from zero, I would have gone with that person straight up. Okay. But the both of them had good foundation. So the reason I'll go with Femi Otedola is I think is more of a risk taker, right? He's more of a risk taker than Dangote, and also because he has ventured into a number of stuff. He has ventured into a number of stuffs. But Dangote has Dangote slowly entered oil and gas, for instance. He's been doing his normal food and stuff, and he stayed there for years, and then he slowly entered. But Otedola has actually been, here and there.
Yeah.
And also, I think I like the personality of Femi Otedola, yeah. And he has fine kids too.
So which one are you eyeing?
Huh?
Which one are you eyeing?
I'm in love. I'm not eyeing none. I'm in love.
Oh, you're seeing somebody.
Yes, I'm in
so
love.
You're not
so
single.
I'm not eyeing anybody.
Stay away. So you're going to just tell us, you just encourage our upcoming entrepreneurs, because there are a lot of people that are thinking of starting a business. They're like, oh, do I start or I continue with my normal 9 to 5? So what are you going to say to these people, to encourage them and tell them to take that step?
Okay. 3 things. One is Start and be brave.
Start anyhow.
Start anyhow and be brave. Just be brave. Just find a goal that is bigger than your immediate self, your immediate environment, and be brave. And just go at it.
I want you to look at the camera so you can tell them. Look into their eyes.
Yeah, like I said, just start and be brave while at it. That's one. Two is sell yourself like crazy, and don't depend on people to buy you or to patronize you because they want to help you. No, but sell yourself like crazy. Sell what you offer. Sell your value proposition like crazy, and it will take care of itself.
Yeah.
Your products, whatever, will take care of itself. Number three is never underestimate the power of good branding. A lot of people like that. Never underestimate the power of very good branding. Some people just choose you because you appeal to them. Not because they've tested you before and you are better, but just because you appeal. Your brand, whatever it is, appeals to them. It strikes a chord with them. People will just choose you. So never underestimate the power of branding.
Good brand. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing time talking to you.
I really enjoyed myself here. I mean, you're a good friend. You are an entrepreneur yourself, a very thriving entrepreneur. You do a number of things.
Thank you.
Kudos and keep at it.
I appreciate. So we've come to the end of our episode with Mr. You're Mr. right?
Yeah, of course. I'm not.
Oh, Mrs.
I'm not a Mrs. Definitely.
Mr. Larry Chuchu, the CEO of First Class Citizen. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.